Y'all, so I wanted to come and make another video in regards to allegedly Queen Naija being allegedly sued again in regards to actually with her intro with the Family Matters whole thing. They did a remake and had somebody actually sing the actual, the lyrics for it, but everything else ultimately was the same or whatnot. Which a lot of you all was like, talk about why her videos were deleted. I guess a lot of y'all were insinuating or thinking like, okay, does it have something because everybody was looking into the videos, the last recent videos? A lot of y'all was like, well, is her and Clarence still together? Whatever. But from what I've seen, as far as like with other people who actually came out in regards to them actually being sued, so it's not that it's nothing having to do with her and Clarence at all. Their videos are actually just private right now, but as far as like with the extent of what's going on, they are allegedly being sued by the whole Family Matter thing in regards to that actual intro itself. I wanted to make a video because I just want to say that we've all seen whether it was Jumpy Key, where he came out and was like, okay, like, you can't just be using my melody in my song or whatever. I know that was a previous situation. And you would think that, especially when someone is being managed, that the manager would know that, what you can and what you cannot actually do, right? That's the whole point of a manager, so you don't actually get in sort of these sticky situations. Now, if you're going to be in these situations, you might as well move independently or move without a manager if you're still going to get yourself in situations to where you could be potentially sued or just altogether, a lot of different things, but at the same time, it's just like, I don't get how this keeps happening to somebody who is actually managed. I don't get how this is happening for someone who is an accountant and who knows this, that, and the third. Are y'all not clearing y'all songs out? Are y'all not talking to the right parties? Are y'all just assuming that, hey, we can do this because we are these people and that's the end of it? Like, y'all don't think far ahead? Like, y'all don't think that there are other people out there who are actually hungry too? And, if you use their music, they're still trying to eat off of it? I don't know. But what I do know is that it doesn't make sense to have a manager if you're going to still be in situations to where, you're looking like you're not being managed, which goes back to show, to me, why she should even more, change up her whole management team. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't seem like anything additional has really happened from it. Even Queen herself stated, okay, before, when Medicine dropped, I was getting calls from labels. That's why I ended up having a conversation with Lee. But my thing about it is you were already getting them calls. So technically Lee didn't do anything but probably lead you into a meeting, or tell you, maybe you should say this or maybe you should wear this. I don't know. But what I do know is that you already had the calling of, over your life as far as with singing and music. You already had the calls and the door, folks knocking at your door in regards to even signing you, Queen. So, if you really step back and look at the situation, this family, they haven't done anything additional besides everything that you could have done for yourself and everything that you actually did create for yourself. Besides the fact that now it's just like they whole family is winning, But at the end of the day, I mean, what do you all think in the comments below? I feel like, again, if you have a manager and a legit manager, this situation should not be happening to you at all. Not this quick again when you just got out of another situation, very much similar. Well, very much the same thing. It's just a whole different, song and intro at this point. But at the same time, that's going to cause issues and, later on down the line. So if you're getting sued more than you're making, how that doesn't help nobody, right? Ultimately, who wants to be sued? Because then with being sued, you start getting bad names. It's like, oh, okay, well, she just thinks because she's coming around, like she can use our music and she's not giving us no sort of recognition or whatever. Like, who does that, right? So that you start making people feel like you're more superior than what you actually are, right? So it's like, you as an artist, you got to respect other artists' craft. And the number one thing is, if you're going to sample other people's music, you should ask, if you don't know how to do it, or your manager doesn't know how to do it, you directly could ask. You very much well could get a response there, because a lot of people, they work off of what your following is. So if you message somebody today, the right people, they're going to reach back out to you because with your following, it's not like you're somebody with 20 followers, and technically, to be honest, let's be honest, if you did have 20 followers, you wouldn't even be in this situation because technically there wouldn't be no, conversation about it. But because you are at the level that you are and you have 1 million followers and you have these views that are coming in, that's money. That's money that they want, which is why they're knocking. But at the same sense, I feel like if somebody is so good at what they do and so good with previous celebrities, when they already know not to get you in this situation. I just want to know, I'm just having a real conversation. I just want to be honest. What's the point of having a manager if they're not actually managing you? You know, I get they're managing your money, they're managing your life, they're managing you to say this, that, and the third on camera, whatever. But when it comes down to management, you don't think that you should, you know, revamp everything before it's too late? You don't want it to be one of those things where you're just getting started on your feet and Capitol Records starts to look at your management, and before they actually come in and, you know, make her move to the side, don't you want to go ahead and just have those conversations? That way it won't cause more friction later on when Capitol Records steps in and say, hey, this management team, we're going to have to go ahead and fire them, right? You don't want them to go ahead and do it, because then that's already going to cause ill will and emotions of what you're actually already scared to do right now. Because I guarantee you the reason why she cannot have these conversations with them is because she know right now that it'll be like, turned off. You feel what I'm saying? Like they're not going to move forward with, you know, with anything, Queen, right? Yeah, they're for her for the moment because you done employed everybody. But what happens when you start taking people jobs? When you start unemploying people? When you start firing folks and you start saying, hey, sis, let's keep you as sis, but hey, you can't get no more money when it comes down to management, because right now, like, you at 2-0 right now with people that's trying to come out and sue you. You know, I don't think it looks good, especially for somebody who has had previous experience with all these celebrities that you said that they had experience with. It doesn't look like it. Like I said, who is the celebrities that she's managed? Who is the people that she got on? And why come these other celebrities, were they not doing anything or making enough money to where she was actually able to pour that back into her family? I mean, that's a lot of real questions. I just want some answers. There's some real questions I'm asking. I just want some answers, because when it come down to music, you know, I ain't never heard of somebody having a manager and still having situations like this. Like, from that first situation, you should have learned. And if you didn't learn, your manager should have learned that, hey, maybe we shouldn't do something different. You know what I'm saying? But it's like people are playing the guessing game over there. Everybody's just guessing and just throwing things up and say, okay, if this sticks, this sticks. And if this doesn't, oh well, let's go to the next thing. No, y'all better take this real serious, because right now, it don't look good, especially from somebody who is supposed to be your manager. This is your manager. You said that she's managed other celebrities, but it doesn't look like she's managing too much of anything besides what you got going on. But that's neither here nor there. But y'all let me know in the comments below. You know, is it true? Is she really allegedly getting sued in regards to that intro, or is it something deeper? Who knows? Y'all let me know in the comments below and what y'all think a manager is, because at this point, baby, anybody can be a manager.